Right in the camera.
Hey, right there. Look, right here.
What if I turn around?
Oh, y'all look great. You look great. You look fantastic. The camera cannot be making us laugh. Middle of the broadcast. We can't be laughing. We can't be cracking up laughing, man. We can't talk and laugh. Yeah, I want to switch, man. I want to come out and hang out with you guys.
Yes, we're here. We're here. He is. He's just talking to the crowd.
Yeah, they're gonna.
He's a crowd favorite back here.
These guys are they're gonna move them back a little bit. But I went over to Todd. I said, Todd, we're not gonna be able to hear ourselves think if they don't. And you can't stand up on the railing, so it'll get a little quieter when the game starts. But they're riding them in warm-ups. You know.
Oh yeah.
They come to your place, huh?
Oh yeah, they're in our same town. We know all about them.
Yeah, I hate them.
No, I didn't say that.
She thought that. No, I'm just kidding. They're the bane of my.
Yeah.
They're the bane of my existence. So. Well, they seem like they have a good time.
They do, and that's what counts.
For them.
You just hate it when it's at the expense of your own kids and they're making fun of their body size.
Exactly. Oh, I know. I have it. Yeah. Oh, it's so bad at college. You know, they go after the media guide.
Oh, yes.
They know your parents' names. You better be able to be.
Starters for the Greyhounds, wearing number 3, Kristen Kuhn. 45, Savannah Lawler. 15, Olivia Day. Number 20, Elizabeth Hurring. Number 30, Blake Polar. Number 32, Lindsay Bird. And number 33, Emily Smith. Assistant coach of the Greyhounds is Tim Reed, and your head coach Amanda Daly. They are 31-9 on the 2012 campaign. Now the Cleveland Lady Jags from DeSoto. Number 22, Molly Cabell. Number 18, Kendall Davis. Number 4, Lydia Knight. Number 13, Trillan Dimnich. Number 2, Shelby Nichols. Yes. Number 12, Sydney Slocum. Yes. Number 17, Allison Westbrook. Yes. And your starters wearing number 3, Lauren Durham. Yes. Number 23, McKenna Davis. Yes. Number 33, Rachel Jackson. Yes. Number 8, Chelsea Lamping. Yes. Number 5, Paula Rona. Yes. Number 6, Alisa Rice. Yes. And 29, Allison Terrell. Yes. Assistant coach is Cole Davis. Head coach Margaret Glasgow, and the Lady Jags coming 24 and more on the season. I'd also like to point out that there is no standing along the rail allowed during the championship. Those standing along the rail will have to relocate to another area on the Coliseum. At this time, would you please rise as you do so? Move your head here. Quietly consider a couple of facts and actions. One is so today you personally will honor and respect every member of the military who has given or will give his or her life so that you are able to enjoy freedoms living in the country for which they fought. When you stand quietly looking at the flag, you show respect for the sacrifices they made in protecting
Welcome into Mississippi College, A.E. Wood Coliseum. It's the Class 3 Volleyball Championship match here this afternoon, here from Clinton, Mississippi. Josh West alongside my partner, Allison Burchett. So glad you are with us as Ocean Springs gets ready to do battle with DeSoto Central. Let's take a look at those Ocean Springs starting lineup, and that is, you see Kristen Kuhn, Olivia Day, Blake Moeller, Elizabeth Huring, Lindsey Bird, Emily Smith, and then Savannah Lawler. And then turning the page to DeSoto Central, a very good team. Lauren Crum, McKenna Davis, Rachel Jackson, Chelsea Lamping, along with John Rhoda, Allison Terrell, that's my name, so I can get that one right, and Alyssa Rice.
And Allison is mine, so that's a good combo. That was Autumn Rhoda there. They added an extra J on the screen there. Autumn Rhoda to finish out the starters for DeSoto Central.
But yeah, Autumn Rhoda in the lineup. And you know, this is a DeSoto team that these two teams have faced already this year. As you touched on earlier in the year, they played back on all the way in August 25th. Seems like eons ago, but it was actually Ocean Springs nipping them in a 3-set match, 2-1.
It was. I was there. It was for the 2 Below tournament. It was a great match of volleyball. But again, that was a long time ago. So we'll see what today holds for both teams.
You look out and see that DeSoto in their white, Ocean Springs, the Greyhounds, in their royal blue. And Ocean Springs won the coin toss. They will be opening up on the serve. Can you believe we get to do this again?
Lots of fun here. I wish we could stay for 3 more matches today. I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing on a Saturday afternoon. This is good stuff.
We could stay for 3 more matches. There'll just be nobody left with
That's
us
right.
here.
We'll just be talking to ourselves.
Yeah, and we might be able to get some type of match with a pickup game here afterwards. As Ocean Springs trying to strike first, and they do, as the kill shot by Rachel Jackson goes long. And so a quick 1-0 lead. On the serve is Lindsey Bird.
She brings a very successful jump float serve that's hard to receive. As you could see the confusion there from DeSoto Central. Lindsey Bird is an outstanding player in our state.
Now, Bird, you said arguably might be the best in the state.
She
Why?
Could be. I guess we'll see here in the match. When we played them early on in that same tournament, she is able to play defense. She's just a threat on offense. She's the total package volleyball-wise. Really, I'm anxious to see how she responds here to the pressure of this environment.
That time it was McKenna Davis, the senior, able to put it down for a point, get this serve back to DeSoto Central. And some data girls from her teammates. As we see Ocean Springs now on the volley, playing across.
Free ball opportunity here for DeSoto Central.
Going long and wide, though, that time was Davis. So Davis unable to repeat her performance of the first point. So Ocean Springs up early, 3-1, first set. Already we've awarded championships to Lake Cormorant, as well as Our Lady Academy. We went to overtime, a little bit of set 4, 26-24 in that one. Has a nice placement and tons of energy and enthusiasm here early on. As you just saw, it's kind of quieted this DeSoto Central crowd early.
That was Blake Moeller with the touch shot there on the second hit, and that was a very smart play from her to go over on 2. But certainly if you line up these girls, Ocean Springs has the advantage of the height category, but it remains to be seen whether they'll use that advantage on their side of the net or not.
Into the net went Ocean Springs, so it will be DeSoto on the serve. On the serve was McKenna Davis. Right at the net, the shot by Moeller into the antenna, and so it will be the serve again after the point for Davis. McKenna Davis and Kendall Davis, both seniors. As that one strong. So Ocean Springs going to get it back. There you see the Greyhounds on the serve with Kuhn. Kuhn comes across. Nice little dig. Play at the net. That one a facial that ricocheted off the chest but got across. And then DeSoto Central puts it away to cut it to 1.
Nice dig there by the setter, Lamping up to Molly Capel, who lands the shot on 2. So she had an answer to the shot on 2 from Ocean Springs.
That was a first for us today, getting to see one that was actually almost like a soccer shot. It wasn't intentional, it just happened. Right at the net, DeSoto Central. Right there was Molly Capel. We're tied at 5.
Another senior from DeSoto Central. They have 9 seniors on their team, so very senior laden.
We talked about so many teams that have been here that are here year in, year out. Is this the year that they've been building towards, that they have to get it done?
I think so. I think there's some urgency from them that they've been working toward this for a while. They have been to a state championship before, a Final Four, back when we took all 4 teams. But that was many years ago when we only had 2 classifications. So it's been a while, and none of these girls have been here before. Whereas Ocean Springs played Tupelo for the state championship last year. So all these girls have been here before.
This will be with Ocean Springs with a 2-point lead. Olivia Day to serve this one. One of the seniors, one of the 2 captains for this Greyhound squad. DeSoto Central trying to play it across. Ran into a wall that time, named Blake Moeller. But it manages to work its way out for, well, I thought that time they were going to award it to DeSoto Central. It does go back to the Greyhounds.
They did make a hand gesture that was confusing, but Lamping was all the way under the net, so that is the correct call. Point Ocean Springs.
Playing near the net on the volley. Playing across. Lobbing it up and finding some open space that time. Very nice play by Chelsea Lamping. 8-6 early. First set. We'll play 5 sets if necessary. Win by 2. The first 4 sets are to 25 points. If it's a winner-take-all set 5, you play 15 points. On the attack, but long that time, went Moeller. And so it'll be back to DeSoto Central, a chance to knot it up. This will be Lauren Crum.
Moeller's another sophomore. We've seen a very talented cast of sophomores today here, and I'm sure she hopes to continue that trend.
Lindsey Bird trying for the kill. Pretty good block that time, and then off the ricochet. Last touch by DeSoto Central and Lauren Crum. And so we'll see Ocean Springs to serve again.
Moeller and Hearing combined for that block for Ocean Springs.
An ace by Blake Moeller, and we're seeing quite the rhythm to this Class 3 game. Quite the energy level. It seems to have a much better pace to it.
Yes, it's a little more energetic than what we just saw, I think, from the get-go. And that's a great serve there by the sophomore. Nice top spin. Nobody was even close to it. Excellent serve from Blake.
Now you tell me what you're supposed to do with that when it was that good. I don't know.
You tell your kid, hopefully you move your feet and get your body behind the ball. But that serve was coming pretty fast and pretty hard. And again, she's a tall girl, and that kind of changes the trajectory of the ball too. So excellent opportunity here for Ocean Springs up 4 here at the timeout by DeSoto Central.
Good energy. You look inside that DeSoto Central huddle, and you can see that no panic, not a lot of anything dramatic, just kind of to slow things down a little bit because, again, the pace was favoring, obviously, DeSoto Central felt like, and their coach, Margaret, you got to tell me that last name. Fatalco.
Falatco, excuse me.
I was going to say, if it was to Fatalco, then I was really messed up. But Falatko, Falatco. But obviously, Margaret feeling like that the way the rhythm of this first set was going was favoring the Greyhounds.
Sure, it was a good time for a timeout there for her squad. We'll see if it pays off here.
Serve coming over. Giving up the body that time was
Net
Rice. Violation that time by Autumn Rhoda. And so Ocean Springs on the serve, up 5, set 1. Looking deep and out. A lot of credit that time. Good communication by Rice. Well, half the team that time was signaling that was going to be out, so nobody would be tempted to touch it.
Back to serve for the Jags is Autumn Rhoda. Nice serve from her.
Perfect. Can't do it much better than that. We've seen some of the best serving that we've seen all day in less than a set here in this game.
Excellent jump serves, top spin serves, float serves all over the place. And the serve receivers are going to have to step it up to hang with this.
That one is right inside the corner. You can't place it any better, and it goes right back to the point we were making.
The linesman must have heard something funny from the crowd because she's smiling at the coach, the lines person that called it in.
Well, we've got if you don't know, this Jaguar crowd from DeSoto Central, they got a lot of their student body here. And well, let's just say if you're not a Jaguar, it could be a long night for you, right, Coach?
It might be. It might be.
But it's all in good fun for them. Sometimes they'll work on you pretty good, so you better be on your A game. Here are the Greyhounds coming up to the net and off the deflection, getting it across, and at that time Emily Smith off the fingertips of Allison Terrell. Or rather, excuse me, Terrell. Allison Terrell.
Allison goes to my church.
I was thinking about mispronounce. People. I got ahead of myself by a comment. People want to call me Joshua Terrell. It's Joshua Terrell. Mm-hmm. My dad's Terry. So I can appreciate that she has that commonly mispronounced name. But Allison, I won't get that wrong again. Allison Terrell comes out. 13-12 right now. Ocean Springs on top by 1. It's just been a fast, fun day. It's been an honor to be here, as these two teams are just so evenly matched. Great return, the roof, and that was Bird on the stop. And immediately we'll get it in her hands to try to put some points on the board.
From her.
What a return, though. Rachel Jackson with the kill.
One of just a couple underclassmen on this team. Rachel's a junior, so they'll be looking for her in the future as well.
On the serve now. Here come the Lady Jags, and they are able to place it in for somewhat of an unconventional ace. That was Chelsea Lamping on the serve.
A sophomore setter for the Jags. My team has also struggled with her serve, so it doesn't look as powerful, but it's a smart floater serve.
And there's one that's returned wide. So now we're seeing the ebb and the flow of momentum shifting sides of the floor. This one misplayed by Blake Moeller, and so DeSoto Central grabs a 2-point lead as we are beyond the midway point of this opening set here in the Class 3 championship. A little unsure of how she wanted to play that time was a day, and then the return by the Greyhounds was unsuccessful. Olivia Day double clutch. Did you see that?
She did. She kind of flinched. You could see her hesitation there, and it probably should have been a double contact.
Day now going to try to go up strong, but Lamping keeps it alive. The swat down, played well by the Greyhounds. Nice job at the net that time by Jackson. Coming back across, Jackson sets it up Lamping. They'll get it back over. Trying to put it away was Capel, and eventually it worked. And all of a sudden, DeSoto Central has turned it on. Timeout, and that was a good time to take one.
Yes, definitely the momentum on the side of the Jaguars. Now you can tell that they're trying to keep pushing on this momentum, but the Jaguars seem out of their rhythm and out of what they were doing before that was making them be successful. So it was a great time for a timeout for the Greyhounds.
This is one of all of these championship matches have been tough to really get a beat on, especially early, none more so than this one. It just appears like two teams that are so evenly matched. And because they've already faced one time this year, back in August, with a 2-1 win for Ocean Springs, it even further proves the point.
Very, very true. I think earlier on in the day, in Class 1 and Class 2, it was a battle of who's going to win the battle of the jitters. This is more, they're coming to play. Jitters don't seem to be part of the game at all.
No, they're settled in. They had more time to, I think, settle into the day, settle into the environment, probably grab lunch, maybe rest a little bit, take a nap or something, and I wouldn't have been surprised that a lot of these teams come in, practice yesterday, stay the night, things like that. So they were settled in. They're chomping at the bit. They were ready to go.
That's probably correct there. That was a good timeout for Ocean Springs because it worked for a side out for them.
Emily Smith on the serve. The kill at the net by Moeller. And apparently Ocean Springs and Lake Cormorant coordinated and got on the same page with their celebrations.
Yes, I don't know that they've seen each other very often, but they were very close there. Maybe they watched Lake Cormorant's game and thought, well, hey, it worked for them, we'll do it too. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. It is.
Service error that time by Emily Smith. So DeSoto Central has a backup 3. Closing in on a first set winner here from Clinton. Deep on the return. DeSoto's up 4. They're the first one to 20. I don't know if anybody would have thought that early, as Ocean Springs a little stronger start in the opening couple of minutes. Moeller brings it back over. Deep. Very smart play by Alyssa Rice. She felt she knew where she was. She wasn't 100% sure.
That was pretty close there.
It was.
I don't know.
She had just a sixth sense, I believe. Moeller, the kill.
That's a good hit there, coming back from the sophomore-like hit she had a couple plays ago. She came back and said, put the ball back in my hands, please. I want a chance to redeem myself.
So there you see the libero of DeSoto Central keeping it in play. The net getting involved. But nobody was the better for it. Lamping puts it up, coming across towards the middle. That time was Rhoda. Couldn't put it away. Nice job by Lamping to keep it in play. Now, somewhat of a free ball play there. Racing in, leaning in, and that time,
Lindsey
Bird testing Rice, and that was one Rice had to let go.
Yeah, I think that was clearly out. It was above her waist. She had to reach up, played it with the fist arm. I think that would have been out. But again, I don't know that she had her sixth sense going that time.
No, so good that last one, though. So she's been 50-50 so far.
That ball did not go over the net. That's why the official called 4 hits. There was no block touch.
21-19, Ocean Springs making their run now. See that look of intensity on the faces of the Greyhounds. Coming up, Jags play it well. Rhoda trying to get it over and couldn't do so.
Timeout here for the Jaguars.
That one actually laid in the hand of Rhoda as well.
It did. I think if it had gone over, they would have had to have called a lift. She was trying for the power tip, but it was really too far behind her to be real accurate with that one.
Timeout on the floor. As again, you see inside that DeSoto Central huddle, 21-20.
Doesn't get any closer than that. So excellent volleyball being played here for Class 3.
All right, keeps with the theme of the day. You had OLA coming back, winning the 4th and 5th sets to take it over Lewisburg, and then in the last one, Lake Cormorant over Long Beach. Lake Cormorant actually had to go to a little bit of overtime in set 4, won it 26-24. Had 3 match points is what it took to get it done. As we see the serve coming over from Kristen Kuhn. And the return is wide. 21-21. So Kuhn will get to do it again.
Overpass. Let's see what Moeller does. This time she gets blocked.
That time she met opposition at the net. Toe-to-toe, those young ladies going.
I think that was against little number 8, Chelsea Lamping, the setter. So probably the shortest one out on the court was the one that was able to block her, judging by the smiles on the faces of the Jaguars.
And the ace followed up. Rachel Jackson aced it off the hands of the Greyhounds. Checking in Alicia Smith now for the Greyhounds along the back of the back row of that Greyhound defense. So DeSoto Central, they need 2 more points. They've got one of their stars serving it. She's just a junior, Rachel Jackson. Just 5 on this team that aren't seniors. Rachel being one of them. This one coming in, ace.
Nice serve there from Rachel Jackson.
So set point right here at 24-21. DeSoto's got to like their chances. The DeSoto team coming in 25-4 on the season. And that's the ace for the set. So set one goes the way of DeSoto Central. And you can hear the Jaguar fans up on their feet chanting for their squad.
Yes, their faithful are quite loud and quite strong behind us.
Yes, having a good time. And you wonder if they're going to migrate, so to speak, as the teams switch sides of the floor and switch their respective benches. You wonder if they'll switch. I don't think so, though.
I think
they're going to give the Greyhounds a hard time.
I have a little bit of experience with this crowd, and generally they like to be behind the bench of the opposing team. That usually works to their advantage, much like a seventh player, if you will.
All right,
so I think they'll stay where they are.
They will. Well, that's the end of the first set at DeSoto Central at 25-21. They take it. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the MHSAA Network, powered by Play On Sports.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
She's been special.
But the aces are the factor here for DeSoto Central. Yeah, 7-3.
Back here at Mississippi College, back here at A.E. Wood Coliseum. One set in the books, too close to call, as they would say. Of course, the election's coming up on November 6th. That's what they would say on election night, too close to call. That's the way it's been all day, too close to call. There's too much still out there, so to speak, as these two teams so evenly matched. No nerves here.
No.
That makes it even more exciting for the fans. And I'm really impressed with the athleticism. I think a lot of times you see people and commentators, I say people loosely, sports people, whatever. Basketball gets a lot of the play for the female athlete. More so than sprinting, more so in volleyball and some of the sports where women are just equal footing with men in terms of their athleticism. No, a woman can't dunk a basketball. But boy, you see the way that the women can spike a volleyball, and it's impressive.
Sure. I mean, we saw that with Brianna Smith and Brianne Heaton in the Class 2. I mean, it was just amazing. They're athletes. And I think we're having that carryover into Class 3 here, too.
So Ocean Springs strikes first with Bird on the serve. DeSoto looking for more, and there's a finish over the top of the net by Emily Smith. And so Emily Smith with the finish. And this is kind of following with the theme of the first two class championships. The team that loses set one comes right back quickly in set two.
I think we need to look for Lindsey Bird really trying to rally her Ocean Springs teammates here and trying to get them on board and get them back in this match here.
Boy, is she doing it right here. 3-0 start. And a great dig that time by the libero of the Jags. Bird going back to the center of the floor. Nice playback that time. They'll tap it up. Coming over the top, trying to get it over the wall that time was Day, and was a call in the net that time.
I think they called Molly Capel in the net.
So Capel, the senior, working against Bird, and Bird delivers an ace. 5-0, and I was about to ask, would you see a quick timeout? And you do. So a quick timeout on the floor. And you know a lot of the coaches up here, so this is not a surprise. Well, a lot of the coaches all across this state, a lot feel similar strategies to you do. And having done it so long, you've settled in on some of the things. A lot of that early in your career, probably trial and error. But how did you settle on the 5-point system as what works best for you?
I think a lot of times when you're looking at 25 points, that just looks insurmountable. Or that, that's so far from now when you're just starting a set. So I think if you break it down into like baby steps, if you will, it's a lot easier for the kids to put their hands on. So I think that they're able to grasp the 5-point concept better. So it helps us. I don't know if it works for everybody, but it does work for us.
5-0 Greyhounds. Bird, how about another ace? And it's now 6-0 Ocean Springs. And you can see the resolve on her face right now as she got into that huddle with her teammates and said, come on, let's go.
She is determined, and it's all over her body language, and her teammates are feeling that as well.
Well, she's money right now. Great dig that time by DeSoto, but then returned right back. And again, there's Emily Smith along the front. Emily Smith had one block, one kill in that first set, but had a bigger presence than the stat showed.
Definitely. I'd want to go around her. She's a very, very tall young lady, so it puts up a nice big block.
With the way that this set has started, as they go up and looking for the kill that time was, again, Smith, but that time walled up nicely by DeSoto Central. But the way this set started, we have not seen a completely dominant set so far this afternoon.
They're just so evenly matched. Both are very, very competitive teams and playing at a high level.
Lamping puts it up. Trying to put it down was Capel. Greyhounds keep it alive. Got to get it over. They do. Lamping going to go high again. Looking for the kill that time was Capel. Nice return at the net. Again, Lamping keeps it alive. Did not touch the net. What a volley here. Going up, trying to touch it over. That time was Day. Back it goes. Good volleyball right here. DeSoto coming over. Free ball opportunity. No, that one drifted. And this one going to, waiting on the call off the tip and the deflection, will go to DeSoto Central. That was a great volley right there.
Yeah, that took a little time to figure out what they were going to call. I think the official was waiting for the call from the lines person before he made his final call.
Serve coming over the top for the ace. That was Davis McKenna.
Very, very good server, McKenna Davis is.
She'll rise up again and fire. Nearly another ace it is. I thought there for a moment that Emily Smith might have a chance on that one, but she did not.
I think she may have been more effective had she stayed on her feet, but it's a lot easier for me to say that sitting over here. That ball is moving pretty good.
So McKenna trying to rally back the Jags, who were down early in set one. How about 3 aces in a row? Let's go back to the first set. And you looked at what the aces jumping off the stat sheet. That was the difference in the first set.
Yeah, it was 7-3 unofficially at DeSoto Central over Ocean Springs in the ace category. And this child here, McKenna, didn't even have one in set one. So it's very balanced. Different people are getting, and then that's 4 in a row for McKenna. So the ebb and flow of this set even has changed from 6-0 Ocean Springs to now 7-6.
And a timeout as we write in an assist for the net. The net's been wanting to get involved a little more all day. Did so there, the assist, and now a 1-point game. And right now, again, it just shows you how this can turn on a dime. The momentum swings that we see. But I'm impressed with the Lady Jags. Down early in set one, down big here. 7-0 in set two, and they have not even flinched.
No, they're keeping their composure. Their body language is staying very level, not too high, not too low. So that's a testament to their coaching staff and to their resolve.
7-6, and boy, you talk about somebody who got over to the volleyball in a hurry. McKenna Davis scooping it back up, ready to get it back in her hands. She does not want to stop the flow here. Davis to the middle. Ocean Springs going to attack over the top, and that one long that time by Lindsey Bird. This is exactly what DeSoto Central needed. They had to have it for the hopes of this set. And here comes Davis again. This one tapped up. This one in the net twice. Nobody could get it out of there. Lamping tried. She couldn't get it out of there. Jackson tried, but was unsuccessful as well.
2 great serve receptions there by Blake Moeller, and each time they set Lindsey Bird, and the second time she was able to come through for the point.
This one going to be popped up, but to no avail. And Davis came out the last time I was referencing Bird, similar in their styles of play, as we're just less than an hour removed from that last championship with Lake Cormorant. Coming in, meeting some opposition, Rachel Jackson.
The call was 4 there, so the referee must have not seen a touch. That's why because Molly Capel played it back over the net for DeSoto Central.
Lamping up top, firing it in for the kill.
It's Miss Capel once again.
There's been balance from both teams, especially DeSoto Central.
Yes.
You touched on that in the first set.
Yeah, they have so many threats. It's not one person that's going to kill you. It's a whole team effort, and that's to their credit that they're a good, solid team.
That's got to be fun to coach against, right?
Oh, lots of fun.
As this one goes across the floor. Good volley, a diving effort that time by Rachel Jackson, but give the credit to the Greyhounds.
Nice spot there by the sophomore Blake Moeller.
As a long serve, we'll put it back in the Lady Jags' hands. Ocean Springs brought some of their cheerleaders. They brought their pep band, but couldn't have the pep band, unfortunately. MHSAA rules.
Considered artificial noisemaker, I guess.
But hey, they got a free trip and didn't even have to.
They
got a free lunch too. They can play after for a pep
That's
rally.
right.
If they are successful. Greyhounds put that one away. 12-9. There they are. They're getting into it. There's your cheerleaders, dance team as well. So they're.
I think the boots are the tell that that's the dance team.
Yes. Drill team. Do they call it the drill team at some schools still? I don't think that ages us. You know, you're kind of afraid. Certain phrases age you. It's a 12-10 game, and the serve is short off the right hand of Autumn Rhoda. And so the Greyhounds with a 3-point lead and the serve. And here comes Blake Moeller. Moeller, 4 kills in that first one. 2 strong here. She also had a pair of aces. So she had a good serve in set 1. So now we'll see the libero, Alyssa Rice, the senior, send it across deep.
3 in a row there. 3 straight service errors. I guess everybody's trying to go for the ace now.
Yeah, I guess there could be a tendency to try to get a little too cute. You can't do that. At worst, put it in play and then give your defense a chance to work. And both of these defenses are so good at digging them out. But also, the kills are so strong. There's a nice play off the deflection. Putting it away that time was McKenna Davis. And you know that's what DeSoto wants to do. Hang on long enough to get McKenna the serve back in her hands.
Nice pass there from Moeller.
Putting it up high, going up strong. And what a dig that time by Rice. Moeller saves it in. Going up Bird, couldn't finish. Good block at the net. Bird again. Nice play back by Jackson. And
double contact
double
there
contact
by the setter. The referee saw it touch Chelsea's hands twice.
And boy, you talk about a good eye. Because it happened so fast. Lamping, putting it up behind her.
Nice dig by Bird.
Going up now, here is Day. DeSoto Central keeps it alive. They lob it into open space. Greyhounds recover. Day racing in, gets it over the net. Lamping to a fading away McKenna Davis, and there was nothing she could do off balance.
No, that's all she had was to try to bring it back inside the antenna.
Bird goes up strong. Nice play by Rice to stay with it. Back come the Jags, but strong.
Timeout now for DeSoto Central, trying to break the momentum here of Ocean Springs. Again, serving on Lindsey Bird's strong jump serve.
Volleyball is one of those sports where the chess match is not very, and by chess match I mean the mental game, the gamesmanship is not very subtle. You can see it coming. You can, when you start following programs and following teams, you can see the intention and the timeouts, because again, momentum is so key in this sport.
It really is, and once you have it, you don't want to lose it. So you can see the Ocean Springs girls rush back out on the court, whereas DeSoto Central was a little slower getting back out to their spots, trying to use every little second of their 60 seconds that they have.
Yeah, please slow down Lindsey Bird is what the Jags are saying. And another ace laying out to try to save it that time was Alyssa Rice, and Alyssa was so good on the one she let go. She's dove it to her three that maybe she, on second thought, would have been better off to let go.
Nice up there.
Going up high, but right into the arms. That was 33 on 33, and Jackson had no answer for Emily Smith.
Now, Emily Smith was all over her. And she's probably a good 6'2" to begin with. She's a tall girl.
19-12, back up 7, right back where we started. Make it a biggest lead of the set after that serve for Lindsey Bird. And Bird got it all started at the beginning of this set.
Yeah, she's definitely the momentum changer here so far in this match. And I think if she continues, it'll be hard to stop Ocean Springs.
Ace in the corner. How good is she right now?
Pretty darn good.
You'll take 6 just like her, huh?
Well, I'd take as many as I could get. Another one.
Another one. Wow. You talk about being in the zone, being in the flow, and that look, you didn't see it when she goes into the huddle, but when none of her teammates could see her, she kind of looked out like, I can't believe what I'm doing right now.
You gotta be kidding me, look.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Nice up there by Rice.
And a nice return by McKenna Davis to stop the bleeding. Yeah, she talked about, she couldn't even believe it. She's smiling like, wow. This is fun.
Another strong server here for the Jags, McKenna Davis.
But is the deficit too deep right now at 9?
It's pretty tough to come back, but we'll see.
A lot of volleyball left. We're only in the second set. DeSoto Central took the first one. This one up, trying to get it over and down was Capel. Ocean Springs up to the challenge. Long this time is Lindsey Bird.
I like the fact that they're going for it here. They're not waiting for DeSoto Central to make a mistake. Ocean Springs is trying to be the aggressor here. And that's what you got to do when you're up this big. You got to try to put the other team away. Keep the ball in your hands as much as possible.
Bird again going deep. And so Bird was in the zone, got a little excited, and now she turned around to her coach and said, my bad, I got to calm down a little bit.
And sure, and to the credit of DeSoto Central, they're hanging around, they're letting Ocean Springs make hitting errors, and they're keeping themselves in this game right now.
It's been fun so far. 2 teams that have racked up a ton of wins. The Ocean Springs 31-9. Amanda Bailey doing a fantastic job with that group, and then Margaret Falatko does a great job with her group. 25-4 coming in.
And both relatively new coaches. Margaret's first year at DeSoto Central, Amanda Bailey's second year at Ocean Springs, and taking her team back-to-back to the state championship game. That's nothing to frown on for a second-year coach.
Both of these teams have been very good on a neutral floor this year. DeSoto Central 9-2 this year on a neutral floor. Ocean Springs has played a ton of games on a neutral floor. They're 18-6. So both of these teams are used to the moment. So DeSoto Central on the serve. McKenna Davis. She got Ocean Springs, or rather got DeSoto Central back into this thing early in it, early in the set. But there was Emily Smith to stop things.
And she took that from the right side, too. Our natural position is in the middle, but she said, I can hit it from anywhere. I'm a good hitter. Good hitters can hit wherever they are, outside, middle, or right side.
Nice placement off the deflection It fell right where the Lady Jags needed it to. 23-16. Now you put it in the hands of another good one, Rachel Jackson. And, of course, the Jags need her right here. Greyhounds 2 points away from taking this set. That's an ace. That was one of many more needed for the Lady Jags, down by 6, as you see. DeSoto Central took the first set. So Ocean Springs looking to tie it up. That one, another net assist.
2 aces in a row for Rachel here. Let's see if she can keep going and rally her team back into this game.
She's feeling pretty good about herself. You could see the little look over to her coach and a little nod. She's just shy of a wink there, as if, Coach, I got this. And that went in off a deflection. Boy, Ocean Springs was hoping that the line judge didn't see that, but it looked like the right call.
Yeah, it was not in, but there was a touch. So she just made the incorrect call. But the point where it went where it's supposed to be.
3 in a row. Great dig. Ocean Springs keeps it in play. Lamping puts it up tall. And again, nice job by Bird. She's going to go up and try to finish. But that one looked like it got off her hand wrong as she pleads with her teammates. Rachel Jackson on the rally for the Lady Jags. The serve, though, long, and the Greyhounds are at set point. Pretty good rally, though, right there by Jackson.
Yeah, very good battle back for DeSoto Central to get themselves back in this game. And now we'll see if they can hold here at set point.
This one dug up nicely that time by Rice. Going up strong was Capel. Bird trying to finish it. Can't do it. Lamping sets it up high. The touch over. Ocean Springs back. What a dig. Across the floor. The finish by Autumn Rhoda.
Very good swing for her on in the back row, but great dig to start it all off was McKenna Davis to keep that ball in play.
You look at those Ocean Springs cheerleaders, or rather that dance team, and they're cheering hard, and they don't realize what they're watching. Just how mentally and physically tough it is. It is a battle out there, and that one goes down for an ace, just barely off the right hand that time.
That was a
Sydney
mental,
Slocum.
That was a mental error there between 2 very experienced players. It's just somebody's got to step up and want the ball there.
And that one was just, maybe you could say, blame that one on footwork that time by Alora Summers. Didn't really move her feet, thought she could lean and go get it.
Right.
And now we've got ourselves a chance to tie this thing up. And then you got to win by 2. Going over, they're going to get a lift. And so that's the set. And I think that was the right call. It looked almost like she tried to palm it over.
I think so, too. I think she jumped a little bit too early. You hate for the set to end that way when they battled back valiantly to even be in the game. So that is a tough break for DeSoto Central.
It is, but sometimes that that right call can be tough. So 25-23 goes that second set. So we're going to jump to a break. It is the Class 3 Volleyball Championships here at Mississippi College. You're watching the MHSAA Network, powered by Play On Sports. We're tied at 1. We'll be back in a moment.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Good job.
Here we go.
Oh.
Back here at Mississippi College, back here at the A.E. Wood Coliseum, Class 3 Volleyball Championship. And as you see, we are knotted up at 1 set apiece. Did you expect anything less? It's been that kind of day. It's been a ton of fun, and we have had a lot of aces. Boy, if we were going to Vegas, it would be pretty good to keep these up our sleeve, right?
Yes. I definitely hang on to a couple of those. But, yes, 16 for DeSoto Central unofficially in that set and 9 for Ocean Springs. So pretty good after 7 in set 1 for DeSoto Central and 3 in set 1 for Ocean Springs.
So it was 9-6 there in that second set.
9-16.
Was that just the...
That was just that set.
That was just that set? Holy smokes. 16? Okay, so that was just that set. Okay, I thought those were cumulative numbers.
Now that's amazing. I mean, that's 16 out of their 25 points coming from, or DeSoto Central didn't even have 25.
No, they only had 23. 16 of their 23 points aces.
Wow.
Well, we commented it didn't take as many points to figure out very quickly just how good the service games were of these two teams. And I think, it goes back to just how good these teams are. They can take risks. They can go right after their opponents. And they're that seasoned, too. And I think that goes a lot to the senior leadership. You know, we've seen so much of the youth movement in the, Class 1, Class 2. They're forced to play a lot more young players. But here at this level, they can be senior-laden and pretty much play the majority of seniors.
Yes, 7 for Ocean Springs and 9 seniors for DeSoto Central. So definitely senior-laden on both squads.
Just underway third set. We're tied at 1. And the first point goes the way of DeSoto Central. We are going to see checking back into the ball game here. Molly Capel. Lamping on the serve. Lamping's been pretty good on her service game, as has her entire team this entire match. Going up strong, Bird off a deflection. Good play at the net by Jackson. Lamping keeps it up. Capel trying to finish, and that one was wide and long. So knotted at 1 early. Emily Smith now will put it in play. Lamping pops it up. Near the net, attacking the finish by Moeller.
Very pretty swing to her right there. No block up to contest that. The block was going the opposite direction, and she just brought the hammer down with that one.
It's tough to differentiate who's got the better finish, whether it's Smith, whether it's Bird, whether it's Moeller. They are all so strong around that net. The way they finish, it's tough to tell them apart.
True, and if you're going to give a hitter like that a free net, they're going to bring it straight down on you. You've got to get a block up.
Finishing, fading away, so to speak, was McKenna Davis. Lamping now, little no-look, trying to touch it over, and it caught Moeller off guard. Nice play.
It was. I don't know that she was entirely under the height of the net there. I think she may have jumped up, but as long as she stays below the net, that's not an illegal hit for a back row player.
And again, another ace. And who else but the person that's been so good for DeSoto Central, and that's McKenna Davis.
Very good point there. I mean, she had 4 in set 2 alone. So she's just the show right now, serving-wise. Consistency may be a question, but if you're going to get that many points, you'll give away 1 here and there like that one.
She's been very, very strong. On the serve now is Lindsay Anderson. First time we've said her name. Getting some different people into the ball game. Trying to find a combination. That return long by Rachel Jackson. The white with the purple lettering and numerals for DeSoto Central. The royal blue of Ocean Springs. This one tapped around, played over. Lamping puts it up for Jackson, who finishes.
Very pretty hit from her back to zone 1.
Well, she said something walking back to take the serve to McKenna Davis. And I think that she's anxious about this opportunity to get the ball in her hands again. Remember, she was so good in the rally in set 2.
She was. I remember her clapping, asking for the ball to come back to her in a quick way. So not able to take advantage of that opportunity there, but I think she was trying to tell her teammate that there was an open spot in zone 1. So trying to communicate what she sees as she leaves the floor.
5-4, missed opportunity for Jackson and the Lady Jags as Capel rejected at the net. Soft touch over. Coming back up, Bird looking for the finish. She gets it over the libero. Alyssa Rice falling down. Boy, Rice, we talk about bumps and bruises and not so much just the forearms, but Rice has had a rough go of it so far.
She's going after balls hard. She's laying out. She's not leaving anything out there. She's going for it, to her credit. She wasn't able to get to that one, but she's gotten to a lot of them today.
Yeah, she has. She's leaving nothing back. On the near side, here's Herring. So tapped up, over again by Rice.
Out to
Ocean
Bird.
Springs. Bird got rejected. It was able to pop it back up. Here's a finish. Nice play that time. And was that actually Capel or
I think that
Terrell?
was your girl, Allison Terrell there.
Allison Terrell. Good for her. Just a sophomore, one of our many sophomores that we've had that have been so good today. Serve comes across by Slocum. Up by Moeller. Lamping kept it alive. What a diving play for a point. The best of the day by Alyssa Rice. Completely selling out, diving over teammates for the finish.
Excellent effort there, but Chelsea Lamping was the one that got the first ball up, came in real close to her body, and then Rice was able to tap it over there with her good hustle play.
Spectacular. This one going across the floor by Rhoda. Comes back off a deflection, and it will be off of DeSoto Central. So it'll be Ocean Springs with Moeller on the serve. Just keeps getting better and better and better.
Let's see who gets to point 10 first, too. I think it'll be quite a battle.
Moeller hit a touch of the net. Lamping plays it back, and then across go the Jags. That was Terrell. Nice dig on the back. Rhoda comes up, taps over, and then just misplayed off the fingertips of Herring.
That was a great dig that time. I believe that was McKenna Davis on the back row to get that ball up. Hard hit shot.
We're tied at a set apiece here in set 3, and we're knotted up at 7. So now becomes the first one to 18 as the serve is short from Autumn Rhoda. So after ace after ace after ace after ace, count on, I guess, things changing whenever we note something.
Certainly. I guess
gonna
they
change.
would probably like for us to go mute then.
Yes, yes. It just so happens that it's completely unpredictable.
It really is. We certainly don't have a script of what we're about to see.
Bird trying for the strong finish. Lamping sets it up for McKenna Davis. Greyhounds keep it alive. Unbelievable dig from the backside by Rhoda. Coming across and in for McKenna Davis.
Great dig there by Rhoda and for Davis to find the court there down the line. Excellent team ball being played here today.
Boy, Rhoda's got the complete game face on right now. After she missed on a serve, that one kind of gets her really pumped back up. This one coming over the top. Played up softly. Here comes McKenna Davis to the back. Greyhounds dig it. Rhoda keeps it alive. Lamping. Jackson over the top. And the finish.
Nice slide attack there. Notice she went up off one foot, much like a layup in basketball. We call that a slide attack, and you're able to bring it sharp cross court, and she's able to land that ball.
Does it help you a little bit with your accuracy as well?
It does. It helps you get your hips turned. You can also go down the line if you want to, but it's much easier to go sharp cross court. Another ace there from Rice. Excellent serve.
Well, Alyssa Rice, you know that she's feeling good about herself after some of the plays she has made, especially here in set 3. She'll go tall here. Tapped up and over.
Nice
Rice
up.
kept it alive. This one got to go all the way back over the net, and it did. What a play. Now Bird coming back. Lamping at the net, fighting. DeSoto not giving an inch.
Not at
Another
all.
dig by
Playing
Rhoda.
hard.
Going over the top by McKenna Davis. Here comes Bird again. Right there are the Jags. This is a point that You don't want to see anybody lose, and Bird goes long, and DeSoto gutted that one out.
Great defensive effort from DeSoto Central there. Ocean Springs had the swing they wanted. They had Lindsey Bird from the outside, just not able to land the shot, but DeSoto Central, give them credit, played spectacular defense in that play.
And I think what was even better for the Jags, they kept Rice's serve alive, and they get the roof by Rachel Jackson at the net.
Rachel Jackson and McKenna Davis combined there for that block. Excellent play from them.
And we have a timeout on the floor. 12-8, DeSoto Central on pure guts has been able to battle back in this one. And I know we can't predict anything, and I know that from, we've been trying to note trends, and immediately when we note one, the trend then goes and changes. But the one thing we can tell, whoever wants this more today is going to be the person that wins it.
I agree wholeheartedly, and I think you see it momentum on one side right now, but that's not to say it doesn't just change the very next play. So I think you've got to be able to weather the ups and the downs, and whoever can weather more storms is going to be the victor today.
But Alyssa Rice being able to keep the ball in her hands. They've been able to keep the ball in her hands. They've been able to keep her serve alive, and it's paying big dividends right now.
It is, and she's definitely handling the pressure very well.
The scoreboard here shows 11-8. We've got 12-8 on our monitor. So we'll have to check and see if the scoreboard changes here. We'll keep an eye on that. So 11-8 we have now, and there's DeSoto Central quickly making it 12-8. That's not the first time today we've had to make an adjustment and then it go right back to what we had just done.
But our scorekeepers are doing a great job of staying on top of things and making things right when something needs to be adjusted.
I'm not sure exactly. I think it was 12 here, but they took it off. I'm not sure exactly how that transpired. As Lamping keeps it in play. Yes, Mark, Sean, everybody back in the truck doing great. Kevin, Laura on the cameras. This one tapped up and over, and unable to do anything with it were the Greyhounds. That was not a terribly difficult shot, but just very good placement by the Greyhounds.
It was. Great spot there from Jackson on the front row to see the left front player cheating in, and she just went right over the top of her head.
Jackson going up strong for the finish. She's in full rhythm.
She is. They're keeping the momentum on their side well on Rice's serve here.
And you're right, just Alyssa. It all started with her, kept going with her in this set. Coming up strong is Bird. Jackson again keeps it alive. Playing it over is Slocum. Bird couldn't finish it down. Touch over by McKenna Davis. There's Moeller playing it back to the Jags. Coming up strong, McKenna Davis off a deflection. Greyhounds keep it alive and over, but out.
Unforced error there. Great effort by her teammates to keep the ball in play and play defense. Let's see if they can get their composure back here.
DeSoto Central on quite the run. Here comes Alyssa Rice.
Nice
just
serve.
over perfect. Wonder if she's been saving now. Do you see the look she gave her coach?
I got you one there.
I got you one, yeah. I've been working on that at home. Been working on that in the backyard.
That's right. Just like the little kids playing in the Final Four on their basketball court at home. She's been doing that with her serve.
16-8. Jackson again at the net there to meet Emily Smith. And this is the biggest lead we have seen in any set today, 9.
This is quite a separation here. Looks like the captain, Lindsey Bird, is going over to ask for clarification on something here, but I think it's strictly trying to break the momentum that DeSoto Central has going here.
And I think a very smart play. Again, like I said, in volleyball, there's the chess match and the gamesmanship, but it's more obvious than in some sports.
Sure.
But still, well played. Here is, again, Smith meeting Jackson, and Jackson on fire.
She is. She's hard to stop right now, whether it's hitting or serving or blocking. She's pretty hot right now.
And she doesn't lavish in it. She's out calling the play. She's right at the net setting the defense. She's right back in it.
She is, and when she comes out on the back row, she's still communicating with her teammates as to what she sees. I remember last time she came out, she was telling somebody that zone 1 is open. So she's giving it all for her team right now.
Good play by the Greyhounds. Big smile by Jackson because you knew there was nothing she could do with that.
Sure. Nice serve.
Beautiful serve that time coming from Lindsey Bird. And this is in the nick of time. Getting the ball in Bird's hands again. It really had to come at this moment or this set was on the brink.
Sure. They need more from her right now to get back in this game.
Bird going up strong. Nice dig that time. And somehow, some way, Rhoda found an open spot.
We call that a killer free ball. They don't expect it, and they're kind of surprised. What do you do? Well, then if you hesitate, the moment has already gone by.
Yeah, this is not a sport you can think in. Pure reaction. Nice touch over there that time of the Greyhounds. Jags won't give it an inch. Jags with another finish. How about that by Molly Capel?
Nice hit from the senior on the right side there.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to see the exact same thing reversed in set 4. That's just the way the day's going.
That's true.
We're probably going to set 5. That's how even it has been. Going up strong on the finish.
Nice swing
That's
there.
McKenna Davis. Now, if DeSoto keeps playing like this, maybe not. But again, the Greyhounds just looking for 1 or 2 bounces, 1 or 2 digs, something to go their way. But right now, another ace for DeSoto, who has put up 23 through 2 sets. We'll get you the full numbers at the end of this third set. They're up by a dozen.
Wow, it's very impressive to see this serving advantage for them today.
The tap up strong, nice dig by Lamping. She'll put it up strong. Rhoda taps it over. That killer free ball again. This one ricochets around like a pinball. You referenced that pinball effect earlier. And there's a bounce. This is where, maybe not so much for this set, but for the entire match.
Sure, I think if they can rally a little bit here and come back, they may not win. But if they can look alive a little bit here, I think that'll bode well for them in the next set.
What a hustle play by Rice. And then a killer shot that time by the Greyhounds.
That's Moeller there again out of the middle. We haven't seen much from her lately, so she needs to make her presence known.
She's been very good. This one popped up by the Jags. Going deep that time. Little bit of a breather here, I could say, for the Greyhounds. Again, steep hill to climb, but they're at least mentally getting back into this thing. Lamping pops it up. Going up strong for the finish. McKenna Davis. We've said that over and over and over, and now critical condition is this set for the Greyhounds because McKenna Davis has the ball back in her hands.
Sure, I think it's been all DeSoto Central this game, and I think that if they can keep it in her hands, that this one's going to be over.
Lamping puts it up, and that one just misplayed. Unforced error by Molly Capel. That's exactly what Ocean Springs had to have. They did not need to, even moving forward beyond this set, let McKenna get more and more confidence on her serve.
Exactly. You wanted to stop the serve right there and get it back on your side.
There's Bird playing it up. Here's Day to the center. Rice. Tap over Jackson. Athletic play. Rhoda alive to Lamping. Back to Rhoda. And that one is in. Waiting for the call.
Antenna call, it looks like.
Oh, my goodness. So close.
It was, but obviously the linesperson saw something that we didn't.
Good serve that time. DeSoto can't do anything with it.
It's a good touch there by the little number 8, Chelsea Lamping, going against the Giant on the other side of the net to try to take something off.
It was just tough. Timeout. Momentum has shifted again. And so DeSoto, I think they're not really in panic mode about this set, but they felt like they finally wrestled a bit of a grip on the momentum that has been so wishy-washy today. And so we'll see now what comes out of this timeout.
They'd created the separation that we haven't seen all day there. And then Ocean Springs was able to come back, and they now have the momentum on their serve. So we'll see if they can keep pushing here and use that momentum to jump start into the next set, or if DeSoto Central is going to rally here and keep the momentum on their side of the net.
So coming out of the timeout, you see some final instructions from Margaret Falatko. She's talking there to Autumn Rhoda. There's those student sections. There's that DeSoto Central student section. They're having a good time, to say the least. I don't think they ever have a bad time at a game.
No, I think that they were out for their football guys last night, and they just got on the bus this morning and came down for a volleyball game too.
They napped on the way down. They might
Maybe
nap.
so.
They might nap on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though. Something tells me they might could go 24, 36, 48.
They may go watch the swim team compete. I know our North Half swim guys and gals are competing here in Clinton, so they may go watch them and cheer for them next.
23-17, another quiet point for Ocean Springs, and DeSoto trying to put this one away. Nice
up
play.
There. Nice up.
Jackson tried to get it down and could not. Ocean Springs gritting their way back. Deep shot. That one goes down. And DeSoto is 1 point away from taking the set. And Rachel Jackson is good as any on that DeSoto team of finishing. That one comes in, an ace for the set. And so DeSoto grabs a 2-set-to-1 lead as they take that one 25-17. And as we head to the fourth set, the start in that fourth set is going to be so critical.
I think so too. DeSoto Central wants to keep the momentum. Ocean Springs feels a little bit better about themselves having come back there in that set. So we'll just have to see what's going to happen here at the beginning of this set.
As we reset things, 3 minutes in between sets. Josh Wessel alongside Allison Burchett. We got Mark King and Sean back in the truck. We got Laura and Kevin on the cameras. They've been doing a great job. And we'll be ready for that fourth set on the other side of this break. Again, you're watching the MHSAA Network's exclusive coverage of the Class 3 Volleyball Championships, powered by Play On Sports. DeSoto looking for the win when we come back. We'll be back in a moment.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Back here at the A.E. Wood Coliseum on the campus of Mississippi College. We head to the fourth set. You see DeSoto Central. They've taken the first and the third. They're looking to wrap it up right here. Be their 26th win of the season. And so Ocean Springs playing to force a fifth set. And we're going to have another nail biter here. Chelsea Lamping will start it off, and nearly an ace right out of the gate. DeSoto Central on the volley, going up strong. Good block up top. They'll set it up high for Emily Smith. DeSoto not budging. Rhoda Jackson, that one finished.
Great shot from Jackson there to go to her right to a defender that really wasn't expecting the ball to come to her.
We were touching on the aces all day. That 16 was actually the cum. So we've had 21 total aces by DeSoto Central to just 10 for Ocean Springs, and that's probably your slight edge in the match.
Sure, I would say so. They kind of counteracted on our blocking. Great block there from Jackson. But I think the blocking has been pretty balanced back and forth, but the aces have certainly put DeSoto Central over the edge.
Jackson on fire as she's been in another ace. 3-0. This is not the start. Now you've got the Greyhounds kind of looking around at each other going, hey, are we on the same page here? Because they're already down a set here in set 4.
Great serving here from Chelsea Lamping.
This is going to be popped up near the net, put back down by Jackson. That time it was just not a clean touch by Elizabeth Herring, the sophomore. Jackson was the aggressor, and Herring never really got the right touch on it.
Well, she is a back row player, so technically she can't jump over the net like Jackson can at this point. So she was trying to be disciplined and stay down, I think. Great block there. Let's see if they can put it away. Unforced error there from Ocean Springs.
Dominant start here for DeSoto Central, and there's not much room for error right now for Ocean Springs. They've got to get on a run sooner rather than later. As racing up to finish was Bird, and she couldn't. Another unforced error. We're seeing things that Ocean Springs and Ocean Springs fans might not have seen in quite some time.
Sure, it almost looks like they're unraveling, if you will. Things are starting to fall apart, and now the double contact call for them. So they just need to somehow find a way to pull back together and change the momentum that started here in set 4.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where, you know, a match on the brink here in this Class 3 championship. Going deep. It's now 8-0, and right now we're seeing DeSoto absolutely in cruise control. They're feeling great about themselves.
They're doing it with their serves. Chelsea's keeping the ball in play. The blocking of Jackson at the net. Then they're waiting for Ocean Springs to make an error, is what the score has been so far.
Lamping going to put it up high. Rhoda going to fly in to try to finish. This one goes up about 30 feet in the air. Touched over. Rhoda keeps it alive. Lamping sets it up. And too deep, though, on the kill shot was Molly Capel. That's the first time now. We're seeing the first time that Ocean Springs had a chance to serve in this 4th set.
It's a good one from Lindsey Bird.
And a big time block attempt, but wide by Emily Smith.
So McKenna Davis comes away with that kill, that tool off the block for her. Now she goes back to serve.
The hot hand, one of the best servers all day, lays it soft over with topspin, and now McKenna trying to finish. And that one was, I did not see the call. Quick call.
It hit the antenna there.
Okay, did not see it.
Molly Capel hit the antenna, so that is out of play.
Gotta be quick on the calls. That's why you got to have 2 sets of eyes.
That's right.
And that a very good serve from Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs, they've got to make their move now.
They do, and they're so athletic. They can do it if they win the plays at the net, and they use their athleticism to their benefit.
This one tapped up tall. Kept alive for a moment, but nothing Day could do with it. Good attempt that time by Huring. 10-3. Still a 7-point advantage. 15 more points separates DeSoto Central from a championship.
Their first state championship.
So it would be historic in an ace from Jackson. They cannot let Jackson get going. She could reel off 6, 7, 8.
She could, and that's surprising. A surprising error there from Bird in the serve receive.
You wonder if they're thinking about the moment right now as this one pushed back in the way of Moeller. It's now 12-3, back up by 9, and another timeout in Ocean Springs. What I'm saying about thinking about the moment, Coach, I was trying to get a feel for Bird, and there's a difference between you can see the look in the eye when somebody's keyed in and a look in the eye of somebody who's going, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on here? Kind of the deer in the headlights look. And I wasn't sure which one I was getting there on that miss hit from Bird. Because this is a moment that, you know, none of the teams that are this good, when they face a lot of adversity, they've got to find out really what they're made of, because they've been so good. They've just out-talented people for so long all season. Right now, DeSoto Central has just been so far the better team today.
They really have, and I think you did see a little bit of the deer in the headlights in that play, but I think you'll see her bounce back. I think she'll want the ball to come back to her. I think she'll get her composure back.
Yeah, and that's why the timeout was so critical. But it almost looks like there might be a little emotion from her, though.
And she is a senior, and you don't want it to end like this.
And yeah, it could be kind of a little bit of the career flashing before the eyes in the moment.
Sure.
Has a nice touch over the top. Lamping keeps it alive, though. Sends Ocean Springs scrambling. Day gonna play it. Lamping puts it up. Capel. Nice dig. They get it to Bird. Go up tall again. Allison couldn't finish it. DeSoto Central sticking with it. Rhoda the touch. Did it go wide? Waiting on the call. It's going to be back to Ocean Springs.
Let's see if they can get back in the ball game here.
Well, if the time was now 5 minutes ago, it's really time now for Ocean Springs. Nice job of walling it up at the net that time by Moeller. Day puts it up. Moeller tries to tap it over. DeSoto Central just is so active right now. Rhoda sends it deep, and Bird around her waist trying to put a play on that ball. Didn't realize she was only a foot in front of the line.
I think that one was out, and I think DeSoto Central got away with a net violation there. I saw a little smirk at the net, so you never know what the official is going to see or not see there. That's why it's important to always play through on every play.
13-4. Sending it over, Huring. Lamping, putting it up for Rhoda, and a kill. 14-4, and right now, Allison, it's starting to get that feeling it might be a Jaguar evening.
It may be. I was kind of hoping that the pet band may have a chance, but it's not looking like the pet band's going to get to play today.
Put this one up. Rhoda kept it alive, Lamping. DeSoto frantically trying to get it over. Couldn't do it. It's exactly what the Greyhounds needed. As a rotation puts the ball in the hands of Olivia Day. Lamping pops it up. This one going deep, and this one off the hands, misplayed by Savannah Lawler. And so 15-5, 10 points away from a 3-1 win for DeSoto Central. Here is on the serve and the ace, Lauren Crum. Crum getting an opportunity, taking advantage. 16-5, and right now you see a great job by Elizabeth Huring trying to pump up her team, but this is a tough situation for the Greyhounds. As another ace, 17-5.
Nice serve there by one of the many seniors from DeSoto Central.
If this continues, I think this will be a very fitting way to pick up the first one, as that serve is wide. If you're going to make history and win your first, you want to do it in a memorable way. They're definitely doing that now.
For sure. They definitely are keeping the momentum on their side. They may make a serving error, hitting error here or there, but they're very Spartan.
Moeller, deep. 18-6. Well, DeSoto Central can see the end. I wanted to say the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, as the sun is setting.
Yes,
it's actually going to give maybe a little bit of an advantage. I don't know how the sun is coming in. It sneaks in at certain areas. I don't think it'll hurt, though. They've got them kind of clouded out, but sun moving over towards, if it would get a little bit towards the eyes of the Ocean Springs players. Big play for Ocean Springs to cut in a little bit into this Jaguar lead.
I'm afraid it may be a little bit too late, but we'll see here if they can continue to put the pressure on DeSoto Central.
They do need a mega rally. And Elizabeth Herring was the player that was trying to get it done, verbally pumping up her team, but couldn't make it happen. 19-8. 6 points away from some kind of a celebration. Coming across, trying to get it back over the net. Day couldn't do so. 20-8. And right now everything is in the way of the Lady Jags. Played up high.
Nice swing there by Bird.
Finish. Big play. There's unbelievable emotion. And now she wanted to get it back in her hands. Now she feels like she can somewhat control this situation. Lamping puts it up. Going over was Davis. Bird again. Rhoda digs. Lamping pops it up. Capel couldn't return it though.
Nice block there by Emily Smith, the senior middle blocker for Ocean Springs.
20-10. Big time lead for DeSoto Central. We're headed to 25, and it's rally scoring if you've seen throughout. So 5 points is not a lot to get if you can play solid. McKenna Davis had it blocked back. Going up Capel. Kept alive by Bird. And there's one that goes down. Bird, she kind of sheepishly returned that one, realizing that was another one I should have let go that I didn't.
But her outside hitter, number 15, Olivia Day there, was able to sneak one through there with the power tip.
Yes, that's teamwork. And another one for Ocean Springs. Here come the Greyhounds.
Another great block here by 33, Emily Smith, just being a powerhouse at the net.
Bird just not want to let anything get past her. If she can make a play on anything, she will. Little touch. Does it go down? It does. Nice job. And I believe that was McKenna Davis, wasn't it?
I think it was too, yes. And she goes back to serve now.
With the momentum. Makes the big defensive play. Soft touch. And now a good serve. They popped it up. Kept in play by Lawler. Now over by the Greyhounds. Coming up, Jackson. Bird trying to lay out. Nothing she could do with it. 10 points.
Another one that may have been out, but it was too close to tell there for Bird, so she played it anyway.
10 points up are the Lady Jags. 3 points away. Greyhounds going to keep scrapping. And Davis that time had it put right back in her direction on a quick return by Jackson for the finish. In DeSoto Central, you can see their smiles. They can taste it. They're trying to say, let's go finish this one out.
Let's get it done.
That one deep, however. And the sun would be just really a few minutes away from becoming a factor for the team that was looking into it. Or no?
I don't know. You may be right. They may need some sunglasses out there, but it doesn't seem to be affecting them right now.
Does make it look pretty on the screen, doesn't it?
It does.
Adds a little something extra.
A little bang for your buck.
Coming over, Jackson.
Nice up by Bird.
It was. Dig that time by Rice. The play. Push back over
Great
Rhoda.
defense there.
Moeller kept it alive. Greyhounds doing anything they can. Bird comes over.
Such athleticism.
Up. Jackson, the deflection, stays up and out. And this is match point for a championship here in Class 3 for Ocean Springs, and a timeout for the Greyhounds. 24-12.
A lot of excitement with all the Purple fans here today. They can feel this state championship coming their way.
You think those guys can?
I think so.
As what do you say right here, down 12 with so many match three-point opportunities.
I just think you just try to keep the ball in play, make safe plays, make strategic plays, but you're not trying to go for the most spectacular hit in the world, or you're not trying to go for the ace serve and you get the ball back on your side. You're just trying to keep the ball in play, let the other team make the mistake.
24-12. The ball in the hands of Rachel Jackson, and she's been a good one. She'll send it across, and she actually hit the back of the hand of Allison Terrell.
Excellent timeout there by Amanda Bailey. That paid off for her team and broke the momentum that DeSoto Central had going.
Here we go. Kristen Kuhn sends it across. Popped up. Terrell trying to keep it alive. Coming over. Day at the nets and was able to make the play. The smaller Day got it done.
She did. Whoever pushes last in that situation is going to win the point. Doesn't matter if you're 5'2" or 6'2". Whoever pushes last can win that play.
Again, Kuhn the serve. Here's at the net. Capel blocked back down by Moeller. Ocean Springs staving off elimination. 4 unanswered. They need 8 more. 8 more unanswered. Here is Rhoda. The finish
for the
win.
A
Championship.
Great way to end it there with a big kill shot from Rhoda down the line.
25-16, a 3-1 win for DeSoto Central, and they will finish the season 26-4. Meanwhile, Ocean Springs falls to 31-10. As you see, these two teams, tremendous sportsmanship. The celebration begins in earnest now at the top of your screen for DeSoto Central as the Lady Jags get it done for their first ever. And Margaret Falatko got to be so proud of her team and what they got accomplished today. That group of seniors, there were 9 of them, and they were building towards this year, and they were able to get it done. Allison, before we say goodbye, your final thoughts.
Very exciting to be here today to observe these outstanding athletes playing their hearts out. It's just a testament to how our sport has grown and how good it's getting to be in our state.
Well, for Mark and Sean back in the truck, for Laura and Kevin on the cameras, for my partner Allison, again, I'm Josh West saying so long this afternoon here. This has been a production of Play On Sports. You've been watching the MHSAA Network. Until next time, again, our winners today, Lake Cormorant, as well as Our Lady Academy and DeSoto Central. Goodbye, everybody.
Woohoo.
And now the presentation of the runner-up trophy to the Greyhounds. Advancing from the south to the state final round. Presenting the trophy, Mr. Don Jensen. And now the presentation of the gold championship medallion.